I was a paramedic for like 5 years. So I decided to do some, I guess, community service, right? Like I wanted to give back to my community, and that's how I decided to do that. I became a paramedic, and you work a lot of hours and you don't get paid very well as a paramedic. But that's not why you get into it, right? Like you get into it to help people. That was rewarding in its own right. But I had to find ways to make some extra money just to make ends meet, right? And
Yeah.
so I ended up at a yard sale because I like to do some like buy sell trade, and I like old things. I like neat things. I like to learn about things. And so I would always find myself at yard sales or auctions or whatever, just learning about stuff, right? I have a weird skill. I basically can just tell you what anything's worth because before I did the buy sell trade stuff, I worked at an auction company for about
Oh,
10 years. And I've just seen so many things sell that I just know the inherent value of things. So anytime anybody's trying to sell anything, they're like, "Hey Zach, what do you think this is worth?" I'm like, Psh, "Gotcha, right? Here you go." But yeah, I picked up a mixer at a yard sale, and the people like they swore up and down, "Yeah, it works, it works, it works." And it was this old turd 1970s, like that, it's like a pea green or like almost like a poop green. Honestly, it's a really interesting color, but you know that like avocado 70s
yes.
green. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And you know they swear it worked. I took them for their word. I took it home, plugged it in, nothing.
Uh,
And I was scorned, honestly. So I went on a mission. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna fix this thing," and I did. I fixed it, and I was like, "Okay, that was cool." I sold it. I used that money to buy two more broken machines,
oh, wow.
and then I fixed those machines, and I sold those, and then I bought four more broken machines. And I just kept doing that for a while until I felt comfortable around the machines. I started working on them. I started to realize the problems that they had and the issues that they face. And, eventually I was just like, if people are selling broken machines, there has to be people out there who just have them sitting in a closet that just you can't find anywhere to repair them, right? And so that's what I did. I just got into it. I really dove in deep. And, I eventually found out as I went along there's a lot of people who have issues with mixers because, well, they sell at this point about 3 million of them a year,
Wow.
and just like any machine, right? Any machine you have, cars, right?
Yeah.
Anything is going to eventually need some sort of maintenance, or they're going to have some sort of mechanical failure,
Right.
and so that's kind of I found out that there was just this market, and there was nobody doing anything about it, and
Right.
I get kind of fed up with like the throwaway culture.
Yeah.
And, I know a lot of these things are ending up in the landfill. So I just kind of made it my life's mission to keep these things out of landfills and to, similar to being a paramedic, serve a community, right? The
Yeah.
baking and cooking community. We're a great resource for them. And they let us know how appreciative they are of our service and what we do for them. So.
Right. Always been KitchenAid, or was it mixers in general, or was it other appliances?
I started with KitchenAid and then I started to dive into some other, projects. Like I worked on some like Breville coffee machines. I worked on some commercial mixers. I worked on a commercial snow cone machine one time.
Hmm.
Uh, Even like vacuums and stuff like that for a while. But I eventually became so notable for KitchenAid mixers that that's all I do now. Like it keeps me busy. In the last let's see, about 3 years ago, I was working by myself in a garage, and I now have 15 employees now. So
Wow.
we get a lot of them. We probably have, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 of them show up a week for repair, and we ship out 50 or 60 a week for repair.